Following breaking news, a lot of people having trouble with their cell phones this morning. AT&T is experiencing a nationwide outage.
You've had some trouble using your cell phone this morning. It's not just you. You're not alone.
Yeah, major carriers have been experiencing
This breaking news that we've been telling you about, a major outage is impacting AT&T cell service.
AT&T wireless customers woke up to no service this morning, a widespread outage impacting major cities.
And now a federal investigation is underway to determine if this was a cyber attack.
Imagine waking up one morning, reaching for your phone to make a call or send a text, only to find that your connection has vanished. Now, picture the chaos that ensues when thousands of Americans face this reality due to a crippling cyber attack on a major telecommunications network. But it doesn't stop there. Imagine your local pharmacy unable to fill your prescriptions, leaving you stranded without vital medication. These are the realities we are living today. Let's discuss the alarming world of cyber warfare, where malicious actors threaten our very way of life. Join us as we investigate the recent AT&T outages and Change Healthcare cyber attack, exploring the chilling impact on our freedoms and national security. This is not just a story of technology gone awry, it's a wake-up call to the looming threats in our digital age. In today's interconnected world, cyber attacks have emerged as a pervasive menace, lurking in the digital shadows and posing threats to everything from personal data to critical infrastructure. But what exactly constitutes a cyber attack, and how do malicious actors execute these assaults? A cyber attack encompasses any deliberate attempt to exploit computer systems, networks, or devices for nefarious purposes. These attacks manifest in various forms, each with its destructive potential. Malware attacks involve the deployment of malicious software, including viruses, worms, and ransomware, to infiltrate computers and disrupt operations or pilfer sensitive information. Phishing relies on deception, luring individuals into disclosing confidential information like passwords or financial details through cunning emails, messages, or websites. Denial of service, DoS, attacks flood a target system with an overwhelming volume of traffic, rendering it inaccessible to legitimate users, causing disruption and chaos. Meanwhile, man-in-the-middle, MITM, attacks intercept communications between two parties to eavesdrop, manipulate, or pilfer data exchanged between them, exploiting vulnerabilities in the communication channel. Lastly, social engineering, a psychological manipulation tactic, exploits human behavior to gain unauthorized access to systems or information, capitalizing on trust, authority, or curiosity. These diverse methods underscore the multifaceted nature of cyber threats, highlighting the need for comprehensive cybersecurity measures to combat them effectively. As technology advances and our reliance on digital systems deepens, understanding the intricacies of cyber attacks is paramount to safeguarding our digital landscape and preserving our security and privacy. Malicious actors carry out these assaults using a variety of tools and techniques, often exploiting vulnerabilities in software, networks, or human behavior. Their motivations range from financial gain and espionage to activism and sabotage, posing significant risks to individuals, organizations, and even entire nations. Recently, tens of thousands of Americans found themselves grappling with a major disruption in their communication channels when an unexpected AT&T network outage occurred, lasting for nearly 12 hours. During this prolonged downtime, individuals encountered difficulties in making phone calls, sending texts, accessing the internet, and even reaching emergency services. This widespread outage triggered widespread alarm and raised significant concerns about the reliability, security, and resilience of the United States cellular infrastructure. Amidst the chaos and uncertainty, reports emerged of individuals flooding the 911 lines with calls to test if their connections were functioning, highlighting the potential dangers posed by such disruptions, particularly in emergencies. The outage underscored the critical role that cell phones play in modern society, serving as lifelines for communication, accessing vital information, and summoning assistance during times of crisis. As the outage persisted, suspicions arose regarding the possibility of a deliberate cyber attack targeting the telecommunications network. Federal agencies swiftly launched investigations to ascertain the cause of the outage and evaluate its implications for national security. Entities such as the Federal Communications Commission, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Department of Homeland Security mobilized resources to probe the incident and mitigate any potential threats. While initial assessments indicated that the outage might not be the result of a malicious cyber attack, concerns lingered regarding the underlying vulnerabilities within the nation's communication infrastructure. The incident exposed weaknesses in the system's ability to withstand disruptions and raised questions about the adequacy of existing security measures. Emergency response services faced significant challenges during the outage, with reports emerging of AT&T customers experiencing difficulties in reaching first responders. This further underscored the importance of maintaining robust and resilient communication networks to ensure the safety and well-being of the public, particularly during emergencies. Amidst the turmoil, AT&T endeavored to restore service to affected customers promptly, offering apologies and assurances of continued efforts to prevent similar incidents in the future. The outage prompted widespread scrutiny of AT&T's response protocols, with many customers expressing frustration over the lack of transparency and communication during the crisis. Telecom industry analysts weighed in on the potential repercussions of the outage, speculating about the financial implications for AT&T and the broader implications for the telecommunications sector. While some predicted potential fines and regulatory scrutiny, others highlighted the need for greater investment in network infrastructure and cybersecurity to mitigate future risks. In the aftermath of the outage, concerns persisted regarding the security and resilience of U.S. cell networks, prompting calls for enhanced cybersecurity measures and greater transparency from service providers. The incident served as a wake-up call for stakeholders across the telecommunications industry, underscoring the need for proactive measures to safeguard critical infrastructure against emerging threats. Despite ongoing investigations, the precise cause of the outage remained elusive, with theories ranging from technical glitches to potential external interference. The incident prompted soul-searching within the telecommunications industry, with stakeholders grappling with the need to balance innovation with security and resilience in an increasingly interconnected world. As the dust settled on the incident, the outage served as a stark reminder of the fragility of modern communication systems and the need for constant vigilance in the face of evolving threats. It underscored the importance of collaborative efforts between government agencies, industry stakeholders, and cybersecurity experts to address vulnerabilities, mitigate risks, and ensure the continued reliability and security of the nation's critical infrastructure. Recent reports have shed light on a significant cyber attack orchestrated by the Black Hat ransomware gang, targeting UnitedHealth's technology unit, Change Healthcare. The attack, which has persisted for 6 days, has disrupted prescription deliveries across the United States, causing widespread concern and inconvenience for individuals reliant on timely access to medication. The cybercriminals behind the attack, known as Black Hat or ALPHV, infiltrated Change Healthcare's information technology systems, triggering a cascade of disruptions at pharmacies nationwide. The extent of the attack's impact remains uncertain, but it has significantly hampered prescription processing and insurance claim transmissions, leaving many pharmacies struggling to serve their customers effectively. Alphabet's cybersecurity unit, Mandiant, has been enlisted to investigate the breach, although UnitedHealth and Change Healthcare have yet to provide official statements on the matter. The involvement of a prominent cybersecurity firm underscores the seriousness of the incident and the need for swift action to contain the breach and mitigate its repercussions. Black Hat is notorious for its ransomware attacks, which involve encrypting data and extorting victims for financial gain. Past targets of the group include major businesses like MGM Resorts International and Caesars Entertainment. Despite previous law enforcement interventions aimed at disrupting the gang's operations, Black Hat has persisted in its criminal activities, posing a persistent threat to businesses and organizations worldwide. The cyber attack on Change Healthcare raises broader questions about the vulnerability of healthcare providers to ransomware attacks and the adequacy of cybersecurity measures within the industry. The incident underscores the need for robust cybersecurity protocols and proactive measures to safeguard sensitive patient data and critical healthcare infrastructure. In response to the attack, affected pharmacies have been grappling with significant disruptions in prescription processing, insurance claims, and patient care. Patients, particularly those with urgent medical needs, have experienced delays and difficulties in accessing essential medications, highlighting the real-world consequences of cyber threats on public health and safety. The ongoing investigation into the cyber attack has raised concerns about the potential involvement of nation-state actors, although definitive attributions have yet to be made. The incident underscores the evolving nature of cyber threats and the need for coordinated efforts between government agencies, cybersecurity experts, and private sector entities to address emerging challenges and protect critical infrastructure from malicious actors. As the cybersecurity incident unfolds, stakeholders across the healthcare industry are urged to remain vigilant and prioritize cybersecurity resilience to mitigate the risk of future attacks. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the growing threat posed by ransomware gangs and the imperative for collective action to defend against cyber threats and safeguard the integrity of healthcare systems. Cyber attacks pose a significant threat to our freedom and national security in several ways. By disrupting critical infrastructure, such as healthcare, energy, and transportation, cyber attacks can disrupt daily life and compromise public safety. For example, disruptions in healthcare services can jeopardize patient care and emergency response capabilities. An attack on financial systems can have staggering economic consequences, with businesses facing significant losses due to downtime, data breaches, and extortion demands. These economic impacts can ripple through the economy, affecting jobs, investments, and consumer confidence. Furthermore, cyber attacks undermine trust in digital systems and institutions, eroding confidence in the security and privacy of online interactions. This loss of trust can have far-reaching implications for democracy, governance, and social cohesion. When targeting government agencies and military infrastructure, cyber attacks can compromise sensitive information, disrupt operations, and undermine national defense capabilities. The theft of classified information or the disruption of critical systems can pose grave risks to national security. Some malicious actors aim at influencing elections, as witnessed in incidents like those in 2020, spreading disinformation or undermining democratic processes. These attacks can sow division, undermine trust in democratic institutions, and erode public confidence in the electoral process. As we navigate the digital landscape, it's imperative to understand the consequences of not adequately protecting ourselves against cyber threats. The repercussions extend far beyond mere inconvenience. They strike at the very heart of our security and freedom. Cyber attacks can disrupt essential services, compromise sensitive information, and sow chaos in our daily lives. When our networks are breached, our data, financial security, and even our safety are jeopardized. Ultimately, failing to protect ourselves against cyber threats not only puts our privacy and security at risk, but also undermines the very foundation of our society and democracy. In the face of these challenges, we must remain vigilant and proactive in safeguarding our digital infrastructure and upholding our values of security, freedom, and democracy. Now that we've unraveled the alarming realities of cyber threats, it's imperative to equip ourselves with the tools to defend against them. Imagine navigating through the intricate maze of our digital world, armed with knowledge and fortified by proactive measures. Just as a vigilant watchman scans the horizon for signs of danger, keeping abreast of the latest cybersecurity trends, threats, and best practices becomes our first line of defense against lurking cyber adversaries. Crafting complex passwords and employing password managers fortifies our digital citadels against unauthorized intrusion, akin to building a fortress with sturdy walls. Adding an extra layer of security to our accounts, akin to fortifying a castle with multiple gates and drawbridges, strengthens our defenses and fortifies our digital ramparts. Continuously updating our digital armor, from operating systems to antivirus programs, erects a resilient shield against the ever-evolving tactics of cyber assailants. Navigating the vast expanse of the internet with caution, akin to treading carefully in unknown territories, shields us from phishing attempts and deceitful snares laid by cyber adversaries. By fortifying our digital networks with encryption and robust authentication protocols, we erect impregnable barriers against unauthorized access, safeguarding our digital domains from incursions. As prudent guardians of our digital treasures, regularly backing up our vital files to external repositories ensures that even in the face of ransomware onslaughts or data breaches, our treasures remain safe and secure. Empowering our digital brethren with the knowledge and awareness of cybersecurity best practices transforms them into stalwart defenders, strengthening the collective shield that guards our digital realm. Through the diligent implementation of these measures and the embrace of a proactive stance towards cybersecurity, we not only fortify our digital fortresses but also contribute to the collective defense of our nation's security. As we've seen, cyber threats pose a significant risk to our freedom, security, and way of life. From widespread outages to targeted attacks on critical infrastructure, the consequences of cyber attacks can be devastating. Remember, the power to protect our digital future is in our hands. Let's make it happen. Join the discussion on how we can collectively defend against cyber threats and safeguard our digital world. Our nation is at risk, with multiple bad actors from other nations constantly probing our defenses to disrupt our way of life. Just as we address immigration issues at our borders, we must also confront threats from outside in the cyber domain. Together, let's stand strong against these challenges and ensure the security and prosperity of our nation for generations to come. Leave your comments, share your thoughts, and offer your advice on how we can strengthen our cyber defenses. If you've subscribed, let me know. Your insights are invaluable in this crucial endeavor. Thank you for watching Pillars of Freedom, your outlet that delves into what's happening in our nation today. We bring you news pieces alongside historical facts and stories to better understand where we were and where we're going. Together, let's navigate the challenges of our time and preserve the pillars of freedom that define our nation's identity.